Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be doing a What's Cheering Me Up Right Now video, which I have not done for quite a long time. I believe I last did one in late December, I guess, of 2023. So yeah, it's been a while. I'm going to be doing an unboxing of my latest two Plushie Dreadfuls. I actually got them a few weeks ago, but it was just like saving it to unwrap, and I'm going to be talking about a few other things. Like, for example, I've been going swimming almost every single day since the pool opened. I'm working really hard at, like, kicking my inverted sleep cycle. I have begun falling back to the curb, trying to, wake up at a much more normal, healthier hour, so I can also have a better, healthier schedule throughout the day. And that also means, of course, going to bed earlier instead of, like, close to 3 a.m. or something. I know that's really bad, but at least that's not nearly as bad as the inverted sleep cycle I was working hard on getting out of like 7 years ago. Like, that was just really a total cluster what. And so anyway, getting up earlier means I can go to the pool earlier, and that also means I have a better chance of getting it all to myself. But anyway, I'm really happy about going swimming so often. I haven't been seeming to lose any weight so far, but maybe I'm just turning the fat into muscle now that I'm, swimming so often. It is like hard to keep weight off. I've done this so many times throughout my life. I've worked hard to lose weight, and then I gain it and I lose it, and then I gain it and I lose it and gain it back again. So I guess I'm at the happy, like, range spectrum of my weight, which is, like, really great. At least I'm not like within spitting distance of morbid obesity like I used to be before. So, taking care of your health is everything. And now I'm just going to unbox the Plushie Dreadful, and I'm also going to be showing some of the nice jewelry I just got from Urban Body Jewelry, as well as the jewelry I have begun collecting in my new goal size. Surprise, surprise. I was not happy to stay at this size, which is 9/16 or 14 millimeters. Technically, I'm at, I think, maybe like 5.5 millimeters at this ear, like, judging by how, like, almost ready I am for the 5/8 or 16 millimeter size. And this ear is, again, it's more stubborn. That's the word I was, like, fumbling for. So I would guess maybe this is like 5.2, 5.3 millimeters at this point. But, my ears are so much more looser. I can obviously wear lots of more double flares than I was when I first stretched up to them. I got to, I think it was late March of this year, I got to 9/16. I'm forgetting the size because, there's the fractional inches versus millimeters. Why can't we just have one system of measurement? And so 8 days later, this one finally stretched up. If you saw a video I did a few months ago, I used taping around the plugs of the 13 millimeter plugs because my ears were so stubborn. And I finally got to what, I realized, like, months and months before I even got here, that was not going to be my, final goal size. But, it's nice to hang out here for a while, particularly, during swimming season. And the longer you're at a size, the more healthy, like, thicker tissue you generate. Like, when you stretch ears, you're displacing tissue. You're not, like, getting rid of the tissue. And when you wait a long time, that's the whole purpose of dead stretching. So you don't have to, like, shove tapers through them or, like, punch them or anything like that, or scalpel out the tissue. You're just letting the ears, like, naturally generate new tissue as they get used to the new larger size, and they get looser around it. And so then you're ready for the next size, like, whenever you are. But I just, I'm really happy to be at a size for a while, just hang out and relax here. Although, of course, my new goal size is 1 inch. So now let's just open the Plushie Dreadfuls. These are going to be near-death experience rabbit and distressed rabbit. I actually, as I said, I got this a few weeks ago, but I was, like, freaking out. Like, who wouldn't be when you get the email and you're watching the tracking saying it's been delivered, and the UPS website saying it's being delivered? But no, it wasn't. Did someone steal it? Did they make a goof and it's really going to be delivered tomorrow or something like that? And I checked at the houses on either side on their porches. No, it wasn't there either. And I was, like, taking a walk in the evening, and 2 houses down, like, because they have such, distinctive mailers. This isn't really sensitive information. It's just, I guess, the order number. And then they have the bunny. I'll try to, I guess, show you guys without revealing anything. Yeah, they have the bunny on the other side. So I recognize this from, I guess, like, 30, 50 or whatever feet away when I was walking. It's like sitting on the chair on their porch. I definitely had this, like, gut feeling. I think that's my package. And I walked up to their house. Yeah, it had my address on it. It was like the rabbit on the other side. I rang the bell to try to explain what happen, but no one was home, so I just, took it with me on the rest of my walk. And so that's going to be, oh, this is, looks like Distressed Rabbit. This is Last Chance, also on sale. I've been wanting this one for a really, really long time, but I was, kind of, on the fence about it. So, and obviously, you know, a Last Chance, it's not going to be made again, particularly because this is one of the plushies associated with American McGee's Alice, a game which unfortunately is not going to be making a third installment. And I'm just going to read the description from their website. We all need someone by our side, someone to trust, to hold. Why not a furry little guide? Through fires and chaos, asylums and wonder, Rabbit will never let you go asunder. Will you have him? He's scruffy and patched, torn and sewn. Not everyone wants to give him a home. Maybe you are, like he is, a little different. And I was going back and forth through names for him. That's one of the reasons I didn't unbox this for like several weeks. I just couldn't figure out a name, and I thought maybe, meringue might be a really cool name, because meringues are kind of like off-white or whitish colored. Is this? Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't Distressed Rabbit at all. This is Near-Death Experience on the top, I guess, because I was just talking about Near-Death Rabbit. I will pull him out of the box. I decided to name Near-Death Experience Rabbit Athena after the name of the journal I had at the time of my own near-death experience in August 19th of 2003. It'll be 21 years already this coming August. Yeah, that's, I have a whole, I linked to a blog post I wrote about that and a community post on the 20th anniversary. Maybe I will at some point in future do a story time video about that. And this has also a really, really cool bag. The Griffon and the Jabberwocky J shop, and the Jabberwock J shop. If you guys can see that, it's kind of, wrinkly from being in the bag for so long, and they do ship overseas from China. Their business is based in Shanghai, but it's not the kind of Chinese business so many people stereotype, sweatshop labor, inferior, mass-produced crap. This is a legitimate small family business with only a small number of employees, and they make small batches, and they pay their employees a living wage, and they work really hard to make quality products, and it's the same thing on both sides, and they do the crowd design process. So, he shoots out a preliminary design for, whatever disease or sexual orientation or mental health condition, or just something fun like the fruit-themed bunnies or the zodiac signs, just other different whatever he does, and people say, oh, I like this. Oh, you should change this. Oh, this is cool, but I think you should tweak it a little bit. Oh, I hate it. Do something completely different. And he'll often go through several different designs on the way to doing the final product. And sometimes if it sells out, he'll do a version 2. And once in a while, every so often, the version 1 comes back, even after the version 2 went into production, because it was so popular and so many people liked it and wanted a chance to get it after all. And this is going to be Distressed Rabbit Meringue. He kind of looks like Love Rabbit, and he is smaller than the other bunnies. Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, he does definitely look like Love Rabbit. My Love Rabbit is named Amit, which is a unisex name in Hebrew. My Love Rabbit is a girl named Amit, and that name means friend. He's really, really cute, so I'll bring over Love Rabbit to compare their size and show you guys how similar they do look. So Amit is the much lighter white color, and you can see they have the very, very similar, the red patch and the one button eye, only a meringue has the the stitches going. This video is completely backwards from what I'm seeing myself. He has the stitches going down, and obviously the color is a little bit not tan, I guess, beige, or just off white, mud, not mud color, but you know what I mean, kind of like a sort of off whitish, verging almost into brown, but not exactly. I don't know that exact color name off the top of my head, and I should, because I'm an artist, and he just is generally smaller than she is. Not too smaller, but maybe the people doing reviews, like the original one, because I know this, I'm sorry, I'm rambling, this is unscripted. Apparently the original version of this looked much different, as well as the original version of Love Rabbit, like the shape of the head and just the body structure and stuff like that. So maybe the original Distressed Rabbit was much smaller, but it's not looking particularly smaller, except maybe I guess in the middle it's not quite as large through that part, although the size wise they don't really look that much different. And now this is going to be Near Death Experience Rabbit Athena. This is going to be so meaningful to me because I had my own near-death experience. Again, if you guys have enough interest, I will do a story time video about that at some point. I am, planning a story time series in general, maybe a story time Sunday. If enough people comment on my videos, I'm not really eager to put so much time and effort into a series I'm not really sure anyone is really going to comment on. I want to have a community of friends before I start doing all sorts of series that I kind of expect feedback and conversations about, not just talking to myself all the time. So this is the other side of the bag, and obviously, of course, you can see purple is my favorite color, although the plugs I'm wearing now, I think these are mahogany obsidian or something like that. They're not wood, they're a kind of really cool glass. It looks like tiger eye. I'm getting more into brown and earth tones, but I absolutely love wearing purple jewelry. I have so much, and I am, again, reminder, going to show you guys some of the other jewelry I have in the later. Ooh, she's so soft, really nice, and the nice lovely shade of purple, and the the broken heart, and you can see the kind of, I'll read the description too, the kind of feelings you're getting, all sorts of rumbling through your mind. It's okay, rolling around kind of like this. I'm blanking on the exact words and phrase to describe it when you think you're going to die, and just the different colors and the little stitch right here, and she's really cool. And there's the red thing right above here. I helped to comment on the crowd design process for this bunny and shared my own near-death experience. NDE stands for near-death experience. It is a term used to describe a range of personal experiences that some individuals report having when they are on the brink of death or have come close to dying. Many people experience out-of-body sensations, or their life literally flashing before their eyes. NDEs can lead to lifelong flashbacks to the incident, persistent out-of-body episodes, and nightmares. We've created a cuddle buddy for such an occasion. I'm going to have, this is going to be so emotionally meaningful to me, as all of the plushies are. I really highly recommend this company, and they're currently having a master code. I don't know if I should really give away the code if you haven't signed up, but obviously you can, I guess, shoot them an email or something, or say notify me when this becomes available. And it's just a master discount for all of the bunnies which are releasing this week. I picked up the 3 limited edition anxiety bunnies in purple, yellow, and blue, and I also got the fawn response rabbit. Oh, I'm gonna have so much fun unboxing those and talking about them when I get them. And now onto the jewelry. First up are these awesome ear weights I just recently got from the Urban Body Jewelry Midsummer Sale. Everything on the site was 25% off. These are Amazonite, and I don't know if it's pronounced Carorite or Charoite, but they're really, really pretty. I just couldn't resist, purple and green. These are they're in 4 gauge with it, which is 5 millimeters, I believe. They're 17 grams each. They feel much heavier, not too much heavier when they're in your ears. These are still on the fairly low end of ear weights. Ear weights can go up to 35 grams or more, which is pretty freaking heavy, and I haven't yet trained my ears to get used to wearing weights that are nearly that big. And you're not supposed to be wearing weights all day anyway. That's kind of stupid. I prefer to wear mine through eyelids and ear skin so they don't tug down and create thin spots too much. But I absolutely really, really love my ear weights so much, and I'm really going to look forward to wearing these. This is, yeah, there it goes. It's really, really, I love these colors so much. I'm sorry, this thing is totally backwards from what I am looking at, and I still haven't gotten used to that yet. These are another pair of ear weights which I got recently. They're geckos. I believe they're in a 6 gauge. This was probably from, I guess, the Memorial Day sale or maybe the Eclipse sale. I don't remember if I got them from the 4th of July sale. They do have a number of sales throughout the year, and I just love geckos. I had to get them in the original brass color instead of the silvery brass color. Lizards are so cool, and even if I'm not wearing them in my ears, it's just lizards and reptiles are so awesome. So just to have them around there, they're looking a bit, yeah, they're coming, I guess, into view a little bit better. They look, I guess, smaller in person than they are showing up on the camera, but these are just so freaking awesome. And now I'm going to show you guys a small collection of jewelry which I have amassed so far, including some free gifts. Not Urban Body Jewelry, Body Art Forms gives away so many free gifts, and you get to pick out your own for different price points. For example, the 30, $50, $75, $100, and $150 each have different free gifts you can choose from each. And it's not just, you know, like you would assume, oh, this is just cheap crap. They have a variety of like really bargain price stuff with the like externally threaded stainless steel, which I personally would never get. No insult to people who, you know, like that in their heel piercings. You do you, but I prefer like guaranteed titanium and stuff like that. But it's just like they have so many wonderful free gifts to choose from, and that it's a great way to help to build your jewelry collection, particularly when you're like stretching up and just maybe you wouldn't like decide to stretch to that size because you have a chance to see it in person. Oh, this is way too big. Or maybe just keep it around. Okay, you're gradually getting used to it. Oh, it doesn't seem nearly as big as it did before. That's why so many people, almost everyone, goes way past their initial goal size because it's never feeling like big enough. On this thing, it just looked way too small and insubstantial. It's like a nice respectable size, kind of like a hidden secret if you don't want to go too particularly big. But again, like 9/16, 14 millimeters, I'm just like so like out of touch with thinking of it in fractional inches. I'm just mostly thinking of the sizes in millimeters the last few years. It just like wasn't big enough for me. I knew I had to go much bigger, and my new goal size, as I said, is an inch or 25 millimeters. And surprise, already it looks like this doesn't look nearly as like huge as I thought it would after I got over the initial shock of first seeing a pair. You will see soon it looks like it has like 2 millimeter double flares, which makes it look much bigger than an inch. And you also have to consider the size of a flare on a plug will look much larger than it does in a regular double flare, so that kind of tricks the eye as well. And so I absolutely love these. These are like blue dichroic glass, I believe, or just some kind of like blue glass. They have the different things in the bag. I know this might look huge to you guys who don't have stretched ears, but to me it doesn't really look that nearly as big as I thought it did before. And so as I was saying before I started rambling, I already have my eye on an 1.25 inches, which is 32 millimeters, because you can see way more details. And I'm just going to show you guys for comparison. I have the same plugs, and I'm 14 millimeters. These are kind of, they're not, I guess, not technically double flares because they're not, maybe they are, but I guess I don't know how to describe them. They're kind of like single flares, only with a little like lip on the back, so it's not really like the traditional double flare most people expect, kind of like a transition between like double and single flare. And so you can see how small these are and compared to like how large like this one is. It's a really like, you know, big size difference like that. And so I really like the bigger the plug is, the more detail you can see, and that's why many people decide to go bigger. I know I sound like a broken record. For example, you can see the patterns and the glass and the stones and the particularly wood plugs with like, you know, carvings and insets. One of my bucket list plugs is like a wood plug with an inset of Buddha, like, you know, Buddha's face, or just the classic like Buddha like sitting meditating pose. And you can't really see much if it's just like 5/8, or even maybe even like 1 inch might be too small to show really proper details. And body art, I'm confusing them so much because I use body art forms more than urban body jewelry. Urban body jewelry has these awesome plugs. It's like a green kind of like fake turquoise or something instead of Ganesha, you know, the Hindu elephant-headed god, in a wood plug, and that looks really cool. But the largest size they currently, I mean the smallest size they currently have is 1.25 inches, and you can see so many more details. And like, I'm not gonna like invest money in stuff if like a little carved Buddha plug, you can just barely see its face. It's just like, you know, scrunched up, although of course I would have to see it in person. But again, that's a great reason to go bigger, because you just want big, bold details. That's one of the main reasons I decided to start stretching. I just want like big statement piece jewelry. I mean, it's nice to have cute little things like the ones, you know, I'm wearing right now, like, you know, flowers and like suns and stuff. But if you want people to see it from a distance, or just for yourself to feel, oh wow, I really did this, my body is so amazing, I gradually got bigger and bigger through so much like time and effort and love. Stretching really is like a time-consuming like process. It's not just, oh, you just grab a needle or you start shoving tapers through. That's kind of stupid and insulting to act like that's what we do. Like, stretching can take years. It should take years when you're getting to really big sizes. I'm not planning to reach an inch until my 50th birthday. I'm saving that as a special milestone. I'm hoping to spend a year in each major size from now on, just like take some time and appreciating and enjoying the experience of being at that size, and then mark the big 50, my cronehood birthday in December 2029. I can't believe it's that like close, relatively close already. I'm gonna pop those 1-inch babies in. That's gonna be like a cronehood birthday I will, never forget. I know I'm closer to 40 than 50, thank God, right now, but it is coming up eventually. And these are some chaos ear skins from Body Art Forms I got from I think the 4th of July sale. I have them in the other sizes. As I mentioned several times previously in this video, I will be doing a full length video of my entire jewelry collection, so look forward to that. And I am also still planning to do an entire separate channel called An Older Pierced Person's Perspective, so obviously I will double that video onto that channel as well, and do obviously much more content related just to piercing and stretching and jewelry and body modification. So one of these things about like wearing ear skins you might not be prepared for or not realize if you don't have stretched ears yourself, that they make your ears look way more stretched. Maybe not way more stretched, but like a fair bit more stretched than you really are, because of the silicone. It clings to the skin, and it just like makes the space look so much like bigger and more open than even if you're just wearing a simple eyelet, because eyelets do have like a little bit of like thickness to them sometimes. Just it's not just like a big like open space, so it's like, wow, it looks so much bigger. And I love wearing them to bed and to go swimming and stuff. It really shows up the size of the stretch. And you can also wear eyelets and ear skins of successively smaller sizes through these, and you can fit old jewelry you really like through some of the eyelets, and just like maybe wear like ear skin after ear skin, and like pop in like a 1/2 inch or something plug you really like and didn't want to get rid of or want to keep wearing like for sentimental reasons. You can like put that in the middle of a bunch of stacked up together like ear skins. So like ear skins are really awesome. I can't recommend them more highly. And this was a huge surprise. I was not expecting this at all. Urban Body Jewelry gave me a free gift in my goal size. I guess they figured, oh, an inch is the largest size I was getting in this order, so oh, that must be the size I want to get something in, look forward to. And so these look like tiger eye plugs. I love tiger eye. I was kind of, I'm sorry if I'm speaking too fast, it's unscripted, and I was not expecting to get like so into tiger eye and like brown shades for jewelry, but there it was. Like tiger eye is just so really cool, and it's like a nice fun autumn tone. I absolutely love Halloween. And these are pink howlite teardrop plugs, also in my goal size of 1 inch. You can kind of see how thick they are. I want to keep them in the sealed bags until I get to the actual size. And there could be a chance my ears have other ideas, no matter how slowly and safely I am stretching. Or maybe I'll just decide, I think like 7/8, which is 22 millimeters. That looks perfect on me. I can't imagine going bigger, or maybe I'll eventually want to go bigger like I planned, but maybe I'll just like hang out at 7/8 for like 5, 10, 15 years or whatever, and I'll hit the inch size when I'm 70 instead or something. So you never know. And if I decide really I'm not going to go that bigger, like I'm good enough at like 3/4 or 7/8 or whatever, I can just like sell them. And it's safer to like sell like never used jewelry, and you can prove it because it's in the sealed bag. And so I'm gonna like show the stuff. Body Art Forms frequently gives them little bags, drawstring bags, to help you keep your jewelry free of charge, which is really cool. So I'm pulling out, which is a free gift. This is, I believe, rose or like pink or mauve or something like that. Cat's eye plugs. This is in 1 inch, one of their free gifts, which is like real. I know it looks like look really big to use, guys, but to me, it's, now that I've like had a chance to get used to seeing this size, it really doesn't look nearly as big as I thought, which is why like 1 inch and a quarter, like 32 mil, that looks so much more tempting. So much more chance to see detail, particularly for the Buddha plugs, which I like so want. And this was like, I was so scared when I like first unboxed these. Was it like May or something, maybe sometime in June, from one of the sales. These are lapis lazuli plugs. They honored my request to have as much blue as possible. I know you can't really see them, so, well, I'm sorry if that's getting in the way, but wow, like these, I know I still cannot wear the lapis plugs from the same like line in my current size, 9/16, because the flare is like 2 millimeters, and I pretty much have no choice but to size up to 5/8 to wear some of my double flares like this. So I'll probably have to size up to like 27 mil to wear that, and that's almost like 1 1/8 of an inch, which is 28 mils. And oh, I'm so close anyway, only 4 millimeters away. Why not go for it like 32 mil? And oh, maybe I should go to like 1 inch and 3/8, I believe the next size is, which is 35 mil. And oh, hey, maybe 1.5 inches isn't that bad. It's only 3 millimeters away, 38 mil. And oh, why not go all the way up to 2 inches? That's how people like, oh, go from, oh, I'm totally gonna stop at 00, which is 10 millimeters, to like, oh, maybe, oh, 1.5 inches or 1/2 inch. That looks better. Oh, 3/4. That's really much bigger. Oh, 7/8. Why not go all the way, go big or go home, a full size, like 1 inch? And that's still not big enough to show details. I'm going like big or going home, and that's how they end up at 2-3 inches. But I am almost like 100% positive I would, never go up to like, 2 inches. That's like, look, that just looks like way too big for me. So I looked it up on the Body Art Forms website, and this is Pink Orchid. Like rose is another color. It's like way too light pink for me, but they're kind of cool like hider plugs because they do match my skin tone. And these 2 plugs, I wasn't sure what they are. They're red, brecciated, jasper, or brecciated. I'm not sure the pronunciation. I want to say like brecciated jasper because it looks like an Italian word. And the woman unpacking packing my package, I'm sorry, that sounded weird, like said she tried really hard to tried her best to get me a matching pair, which is like, really awesome. I love Body Art Forms. They, have like so much like attention to their customers. And when they gave me one of my other recent free gifts was their ballpoint pens. They got, exactly the colors I like. I guess they know me so well, or maybe because I had like requested as much like blue as possible in the lapis plugs in the successively larger sizes. So guess what? They gave me a pen with like, the blues and greens. You can't really see the green, not really picking up well on camera, but it is like definitely a lovely like blue and green ombre. They just know me so well, and they're just like such a wonderful, lovely business. I just love doing business with them. And these are some like plugs. I'm sorry I can't take them out of the bag to show you in person, but I just have to keep them in. These are like ducky plugs, like with like carved wooden inserts. You can kind of see them. I also have different designs from them in smaller sizes, like penguins and cats and turtles in 7/8. That's why I'm so eager to get to 7/8. Like, I would be totally happy to stay at 7/8 if my ears have other ideas, or maybe it just 1 inch is like just a little bit too big for me when I actually start getting closer. But you never know. And as I just mentioned, if I do size up to 1 inch or above as plain, I can still wear the 7/8 or other like cool, fun wooden plugs through the ear skins, and I keep getting my money's worth and wearing them. I guess maybe I can put up a picture of the ducky plugs so you can see them better in person. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this, this and that odds and sods type of video, like so many different topics. And I will get back to you guys very soon with some more like bookish videos. My final video in the Everything Wrong with It Happened to Nancy video is coming up very soon, talking about my final thoughts on revisiting the book, as well as like a whole bunch of like bookish videos. I hope you guys really enjoy watching, and please leave me a comment. I really like having conversations with you guys, even though I'm probably always going to be a very tiny channel. It does really help me with my motivation to keep making videos when I see people enjoy my content enough to like personally engage with me and leave comments, instead of just like watching it and just like leaving without any comments. So see you guys very soon. Thanks. Bye.